So now you have heard 5 speakers from 5 diverse fields expressing their viewpoint on what we expect ourselves to do. So if you have any questions to them, you may ask, and I would request them to respond. So any question? Well, that's the PA system. Yes.
This is central PA system. This is not my soundproofing point. This is what I had stopped in the morning, that do not include hall number 2 in the announcements, but they have requested that hall 2 be also included.
Yeah, doesn't matter. So any question from any side? And okay, till you think about it, I have one question for Sanjay. Sanjay, how do you see creativity to flourish? You see, technology, material, all that we will upgrade ourselves, but the hallmark exhibition design is how creatively you create an experience for a person who comes in, or he gets attracted to a particular pavilion, and he comes in there, and then whatever is showcased there, one gets a chance. So what would you say to that, as if we have to look at the future trend? What do we have to do to continuously develop the creativity aspect and more appreciation of what a client aspires to do? You see, sometimes I've seen mismatch. You see, you have a pavilion, and you have a product. Sometimes they don't go together. So what would you say to that?
Thanks to technology, our clients today are more on Pinterest than we are. So it's a chicken and egg story. As a design professional, one has to start getting into a habit of listening to a client. Also, the client has to convey things properly. The communication of a client is the most important thing as a brief on which we can create anything. It's same as any architecture design. In exhibition, we are only creating temporary spaces for 4 days period, but it really translates clients' ideologies and his thoughts into those 4 days of a trade show architecture. It's very important most importantly for the client to, as a communication from a company, to really convey what the client really stands for. What is his beliefs? What is his thoughts? It's not only his corporate identity we are looking at, not only looking his product. Because a particular product can be made by 50 people, but each of these people can be differentiated only by the belief of the client. If we can get to understand that belief in the little meeting, that is what really translates into a different architecture. That is where the mismatch will not happen.
Good. Shibu, you talked about technology. Now, when I go see some of the exhibitions overseas, I see extensive use of glass, steel. You see some of the traditional materials like timber, and all that is gradually giving way to these newer materials. What would you say that, is this the right kind of a trend we are facing, or we'll have to look back or maybe evolve some other new materials to express the kind of vision or says. You see, sometimes people have started saying, like our friend said, space for branding. And beyond that, is there anything else which one expects?
See, this is the time we need to get out of from the traditional way of construction. That's why I mentioned the future is various kinds of system.
You have to take it a little.
Yeah, various kinds of system. So even if you use aluminium or glass, it can be reusable. It may be a one-time big investment, but it can be reused for many times. So that way we can reduce the cost, at the same time reduce the number of labors. Now we are using extensively large amount of labors, that we can bring it down. And the total cost also we can bring it down drastically.
Yeah. Ashish, the worry every participant has, or the exhibitor has, that how much business has he got. At times we have heard people saying, my God, I wasted my money, I hired this space, I put up a stall. Sanjay did design a wonderful thing, and Shibu made a very good structure out of that, but he didn't get the business. what can we all do together to connect and convert a visit into a meaningful business? What could be the possible things, and where we all, from different professions, including the venue owner or the designer, we can contribute that it becomes meaningful? Because when we see economy is down, exhibitions are up. You see that's a direct correlation. When I don't sell, I want to participate, I want to showcase what I'm doing, I want to show my product to many people. So they go together, the downtrend in economy and uptrend in exhibition, or any kind of marketing effort, they are correlated. But that is the time one doesn't have money. So in one of the presentations in the morning, it was said that the budgets are always they cut down, because when you exhibit, that is the time when the economy is down. So what initiatives we need to take that when we all put together things, it actually becomes a meaningful participation?
So, exhibitions are a very good punching bag for exhibitors, because exhibition organizers manifest themselves in front of exhibitors more easily than any other medium. Because I have not heard anybody saying, I wasted my money by, putting an advertisement in Times of India. Although I really wonder what kind of business and ROI an advertisement gives in a daily newspaper whose entire shelf life is not more than 30 minutes in a day, and it gets over. So what happens is, these exhibitions become a good punching bag because we are there as a service industry and we try our best to please. But anyway, having said that, what do we do to ensure exhibitor success is a very good question. Number one is we try to analyze the product portfolio of our exhibitors and try to match it with the visitor audience who are likely to be the buyers for their products. So we inculcate an in-depth marketing program which starts, of course in India for domestic shows, it starts 5 months to 6 months before the actual exhibition takes place. And we go all out by attacking all senses, above the line, below the line, telecalling, direct mailing, emailing, foot soldiers actually going and meeting visitors, advertisement spends, hoardings, bus pack banners, and the entire plethora of exposure marketing that we can do to attract visitors to come to the show. Now, having the visitor, when he does come to the show, he sometimes tends to get a little bit disturbed by seeing the size of the show and how is he going to find the right exhibitor in time. So we create a matchmaking team. This team is positioned in special matchmaking lounges, and we direct all visitors to make the first stop there and explain what their need is. And if possible, we ask the visitor to sit in the lounge, and teams are sent to summon the correct exhibitors from the target category and make sure that the matchmaking meeting takes place right there. And then the visitor can be escorted to the stall for more in detail and private discussions. So this is something new innovation that we are doing in Mumbai for our show, and I think many people are following this trend. So B2B matchmaking is the one way to ensure that exhibitors have business success. Also, we keep a very close watch as to who has got visitors or not got visitors, and if we realize that if some exhibitor has not met sufficient number of good visitors, we make that extra effort on the go, on the fly. That means while the show is on, to try and attract good visitors to come, or if the visitor says, I cannot come, we take the exhibitor, who's an international exhibitor, to the visitor's office or to the factory and try to create these kind of meetings. So this is how we go that extra mile.
Thanks. One more question to you, Ashish. You see, there had been a trend long time ago to actually brand a particular exhibition. I do not know if Sanjay, you would recall, CII used to say that no physical structure would be more than 1.5 meter in height. You see, there was a time, one of the few, Auto Expo, I think, also followed. So do you think that we need to brand some of these exhibitions trade-wise or something that they have an identity, or it would be just pavilions of any kind and then a product is displayed? Do you think that that kind of a trend would ever help our profession? Because I'm trying to see a connect between what you do to serve your client versus the designers and implementers. You see, what is that extra thing we could put in together that it makes more sense to people? Yeah, this question for you.
So when exhibitors ask us how to exhibit, the first thing that we try to tell them is try to make your stall as interesting as the reception of your office. So if you go to see some of the large companies, they have beautiful receptions, and it's a very homely or inviting atmosphere that is created over there, so that any visitor who comes there, he feels welcome. And this is what we try to do to tell exhibitors that this is how you should try and create the ambience in your stall, that people should feel welcome, not just pass by, but actually feel interested to come in and talk to you. And a lot more goes into the training of the exhibitor staff that is in the stall to make sure that this thing happens. In very, very big shows, it becomes even more important to have specialized designs in stalls, because you get lost among the crowd. So this would not be my subject of expertise. We have Mr. Shibu here,
No,
or Mr. Sanjay,
all of you
who
have
could
worked together.
comment more on individual exhibition stall designs. But yes, variety tends to make it more interesting, and the more additions you do, maybe some gimmicks that you inculcate, or special design structures, color schemes that attract visitors to come into your stall. But that would not be my subject of expertise.
Yes, but what I thought that sometimes a policy can trigger and ignite creative people. So what kind of approach you would take to ignite their creativity? Anyway, we'll get back to this again, and let's hear Mr. Sarkar as to, you see, all these small pavilions, they fall under the ambience of the overall venue. So this is one of the very largest ones we have in the country. Pragati Maidan had its own image. So is the image of a place, you see, in our opinion, we always feel that the image of a place is also very, very important to attract the customers, the designers, all of them, you see, the exhibition organizers, that they feel, my God, the ambience is the greatest ambience. So leave this existing one at the moment. If you have to visualize as to, okay, if I have to ever create a venue with all this learning experience, what is, say, 2 points which you would think that I need to surely do that will make a great place for exhibitions? What are the 2 points, you see, that I'll do this and I do this, and I'll have, because the rest is all infrastructure, what you explained, that the facility, those have to be there. You see, we can't be without that. So in looking at the future scenario, what would attract any exhibition organizer, that if I have a choice of 2 venues, this is my venue? So what would be that ambience? Sorry, maybe I don't know. It's a difficult question.
No, that's all right. That's a question that we have been facing directly, indirectly from different organizers from time to time. And here I'll take the point a little further. It's not the venue that really matters all the time. It's actually the destination that matters to the organizer, or to a conference organizer also, to a large extent. Now, when I mean the venue to the destination would need to have definitely the connectivity, number one. Number one is, of course, connectivity. Number 2, if the industry is also there, good enough. Third is definitely different type of accommodations need to be there. So when the organizer is working, he is keeping in his mind, is service provider his visitor, and the exhibitors. Now, what are the three things that they would need at the venue? Is the food. Of course, food would come later, but of course, how he would reach the venue, and where he would stay there, and what we will have other activities in addition to the food. That means cultural activities or what the venue has to offer. Now this, if I take this destination or Bangalore as a destination or Hyderabad as a destination, destinations have come up very nicely. They have good, road connectivity. Definitely not the metro connectivity, which I am all the time puzzled. Why the metro connectivity is taking so long for the government to get the venues connected. I've been talking this from time to time. Number two is all other venues or destinations do have a very good hotel existence. We do also have limited, plus we have got a lot of budget capacity. So that's number two, second point that I would definitely look in. And of course, what's the other facilities that the destination has to offer? Like if I take this venue, of course, the destination, we have Formula One, we have golf courses, we have Six and Spa at the hotels. So these are the three things I would see. One is the connectivity, second is definitely the hotels and all other. Third is what are the other than the venue has to offer at the destination.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Cole, now the last question. What would you say that if I have to do these pavilions, naturally then I don't need these venues. So how would you see a place for these kind of structures?
That's a brilliant question.
A good clientship likes to have such mobile structures and places where there is no permanent infrastructure. So they like to go out on exciting grounds, nice looks. Clients, they have their own ideas where they want to have this event. And so it's not the fact that the people go to the place, but the place goes there where the client wants to have it. And this comes to the next point. Of course, there are always many times restrictions on such sites in terms of fast assembly and fast dismantling, and also maybe protection of some area. But we have developed these structures which we are using in our own rental department, and only which, in case our rental department says, yes, it's easy to assemble, it's good for us and good for our clients, then we start the production to third parties. And we can show you a variety of photos, so it's no limit where the structure are erected. And this is the big advantage of a temporary and mobile structure. You can take it wherever you want to have it.
Yes, I actually am with you, because a place like India, we have nearly...
The IEIA is supporting ISA and the India Expo shop 2016, which is the Association of Exhibition Organizers. So we are having our annual open seminar in Bangalore on 6th and 7th of May. So if you would like to meet more exhibition organizers and like to get a more in-depth view about the exhibition business in India, so I'd like to invite you to come to Bangalore on 6th and 7th and meet us there. Thank you for this announcement.
Can I add on one line? Yeah, give me one moment. In the morning session, I heard that it's being said more synergies are required. There are three main associations in this. One is, of course, EMA. EMA is a supporting association here. One is ICBB. They are not here. Me and Sanjay both are board members on the India Convention Promotion Bureau. I am also there on II, Indian Exhibition Industries Association. I has also been come up very nicely. What we need to do is in seminars like this or in expos like this, we should definitely have a
approach to bring in all the associations together at one floor and at least have one seminar or one panel discussion on this to understand what are the problems being faced by each other association. I'll just give you a small liner. Only yesterday, IMEX in Germany has finished, has gotten over. You know what is IMEX? IMEX is about all conference organizers. So what India does there, India takes a large booth over there. So one moment. India takes a large space over there. The government of India, Paris. Sanjay has been designing that booth for a long time. And then they allot it to different participants over there. So what I would also suggest is that if we can have, you can ISA or IIA and MI all come together and take large, not large, maybe to start off with some space and then promote India as a destination internationally. That would be a great step. You know, what we need to do is that I'm going there as IML, BIC is going there, Hitex is going there. What do we need to do whenever we are going abroad or whenever there are large shows happening abroad in terms of venues or in terms of exhibitions? May I suggest this idea is that let's all the associations come together, take a space over there and then allot it to your different members. You allot a few, IS allot a few to yours, IIA allot a few to ours, even EMA can allot a few to their own. So what would we need to show internationally is that India as a destination has come up and these are the various elements existing over there which will make our lives easy when we go there. So this kind of a marketing approach needs to be taken from now on. Yeah, that's what synergy we need to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sarkar. I think wonderful suggestion, and I think all of us need to take a quick initiative on that. Thank you.